I produce free content, a mountain of free content for you on LockerGnome.com. Well, I'm not the only one creating the content there, of course, but I do a lot of these videos. We have at least 50 new things to share with you every week, and in many cases, much more than just 50 things to share with you all over the place, whether it's on YouTube, LockerGnome.com, Twitter, Facebook, Google+. And to produce this content, we need to offset costs. This is kind of my job. This is what I do, you ask. What do you do? I create content. And sometimes I create content for companies. A business may approach me and say, I like what you do. I like how you do it. Could you do it for us? And I say, sure. And they say, how much does it cost? And I say, it costs this. And we come to an agreement, and I can create content for other companies and businesses. In some cases, we will be sponsored. And when I find a sponsor and they ask to sponsor something that we do, they're happy because they get access to this community. And I'm happy because I can pay the bills. And it's nice to pay the bills. I don't think anybody would do anything for free forever unless you're a communist. So if you like free content, you have to keep in mind that it may be supported by advertising, and it most likely is. And not to say that, advertising is great. Sometimes advertising annoys me, but I also understand that it's part of the product cycle. If you're getting free content, someone's got to pay for it, right? I could not do this. Could not do this if it didn't pay the bills. Let me put it this way. I would not do this if it didn't pay the bills. So I appreciate the support that the community gives back to us. And I know there are a lot of other content producers out there, whether you're one or not, understand that people who do produce videos and podcasts sometimes do seek a way to generate revenue, even if it's a small amount. So we've written up a list of guidelines for podcasters, vloggers, whoever, how to insert advertisements effectively into your podcast. Years ago, when we were sponsored by Microsoft, and we still do get sponsored by Microsoft on occasion, but we did a series of interviews at a search engine conference, and in each one of the interviews, we began it and we ended it with a tease to the sponsor, inserting the sponsor's message into the podcast, and it worked out very, very well. And those podcasts, I believe still live on, not in video form, but audio form. This is when it was called the Chris Pirillo Show. It's now since, of course, evolved into the Locker Gnome Daily Report at this point in time. But if you know that there's value to what you're producing, however you're producing, wherever you're producing, advertising can help pay the bills. And that's kind of the bottom line. You are a part of that product's cycle. And so when you block ads and you brag about it, you're showing yourself as not a member of the community, but as just a random person. When you talk about how you circumvent the system that has been put in place, you're not doing anybody any favors other than yourself. You're stealing. So thank you for the support that you've given us all throughout the years and into the future. And if you are a content producer that is looking to further your podcast, your vlog, whatever you call it, your production of content online or offline, we've got some ways that it may be able to help you so that instead of complaining about other people who are doing better than you, you can actually start doing better. Probably a more productive use of your time. Yes, you could potentially be doing the same thing I'm doing. Wouldn't you rather do that? Wouldn't you? It's possible. Trust me. Even John for Lakers or Techno Buffalo posted about this the other day in a vlog that he did talking about how he got started. He cited me. Thank you for that, John. But he didn't just complain about what other people were doing. He did something.